OK, later it's the papers and everything else we need to talk about. Find out which celebrity FaceTimes their spouse for 9 hours at a time when they're not under the same roof. Now, I'd love your calls on this. Should we stop calling vegan milk milk? 020 7862 2222 is the number. Tell us what you think. Alternative milks have soared in popularity in recent years, broadly in line with the rise of so-called veganism. They're now available on most supermarket shelves. But the Swedish plant-based company Oatly has been told, and I've had a bit of Oatly, they've been told they can't use the word milk in their marketing anymore after a long-running legal battle with the trade body for Britain's dairy industry. So it's always going to be Britain where the fighting starts. The company's well known for its oat milk, or should we now say oat drink? Some people, farmers want it to be called oat juice, interestingly. As the Court of Appeal has ruled, the term milk can only be used now to sell milk produced by animals. Is this the right decision? Is the game up? I think you think this is the right decision.
Oh, totally, yes.
You don't like calling things milk unless they're from an animal.
No, well, if you're going to drink milk, drink milk. If you don't want to drink milk, if you want something else, then have a different name for it. But it's,
But also oat milk is created from oats, and I know whether they tread on them or press them or whatever. Yes. But why can't you call it milk?
Well, because it's not milk.
Well, it looks like milk.
It's as simple as that. Well, it might look like milk, but, I look like I'm someone who knows what I'm talking about half the time. But you can be mistaken.
So I've been dairy intolerant since the 1980s because I have Crohn's disease, and had to switch from drinking milk to drinking, at the time there was only soya available, which tasted like grass. But I would say that the word milk was really helpful because it tells you what it does. I think that's the point, is that whether you are going for an almond milk or an oat milk or a soya milk, OK, and I'm calling them all milk because for me, it's what I do with it.
Even though some you can drink and some you can't. So you can't drink the dairy milk?
No.
But you don't mind, but you'll drink soya milk or oat milk?
Because it's a replacement for where I would normally be having...
But for you, that could be dangerous mislabeling, because it's like labelling something as milk and you think, well, hang on, I can't drink...
honestly think people need to get a life over this. I mean, my Oatly in the fridge says, wow, no cow. And it kind of...
wow, no cow.
Honestly,
yeah, no, like I say, I've had different types of oat milk, but I have had that type. I mean, look, I've got to show you a list here, because we're going to have a little competition with Charlie, because Charlie feels even more strongly than Carrie about this. Those are 4 kinds of milk, and I say the words advisedly. The classic dairy would be semi-skimmed and full fat. And just before we do our quiz, I want you to have a look at this from Nigel Farage, who got upset in a hotel.
Of course he did.
So I'm in a smart hotel in London. I've got a cup of coffee. I want some milk. Let's have a look. We've got semi-skimmed. I don't like that. Oat milk. What on earth's that when it's at home? Almond milk. All I want's proper bloody milk, not left-wing options. Proper milk. What's wrong with me asking for that?
OK, so look, Ella will come in with this anonymised milk. I don't know what they are. These are this list here is in alphabetical order. Almond, full fat, oat, semi-skimmed. You've just got A, B, C and D. I want you to tell me, first of all, can you see A? It's the one closest to me.
Is that okay?
The one closest to me, Charlie.
Yep, OK. I told you, I look like someone that I knew what I was talking about. I wasn't making it up.
Now, do you need to drink them all and then go back to them, or do you want to do them one at a time?
I'll try one at a time and then see how we get on.
Tell me then.
As a milk drinker, you're going to know the difference.
I think that's... should I say what I think that they are now?
Well, I don't know, so you tell me.
OK, well, at first punt, I'll say that that's semi-skimmed.
You say that the semi-skimmed
is on your list.
A.
Is
OK.
A. This is a first. This is a first attempt. So I'll go for B now.
It's tense in here. It's like one of those darts contests.
Oh, that's disgusting. So that's got to be now. I don't know if it's
our fridge is
more like, and this is the issue. I think it's more likely to be almond. Because I think one of the issues why they're taking it up with Oatly is Oatly does actually taste more like milk.
Let's not sort of...
OK, well, it's either oat or almond I'll go with, but I'll take your advice and say almond.
So you're literally taking the advice of someone who hasn't tasted it. Do you think that's wise?
He's a pureblood.
So,
I think that's full fat.
OK, so B you say is almond.
Yep.
C, Charlie, you say is full fat.
And so this should be...
Well, let's check.
Should be oats, might not be there.
That's oat. Yep. That's definitely oat. I'm getting the oats in there. Yep.
Carrie, do you have confidence that he's got it right?
I do, actually. I think he has got it right.
Right. Charlie, lift cup A, please.
Which was this one?
That is semi-skimmed. You're right.
Yes.
Lift cup B,
Oh no.
which you took Carrie's advice on.
Yes.
That is almond. Well done, Carrie. You
Thank you very
the
much.
first
Yes,
person in
yes.
Britain who can taste things at distance.
Charlie, many
cup
talents.
C.
Many talents.
You're right on that as well. You got them all right.
Yes.
Come on.
Here we go. Yes.
Yes.
Now-
But you don't. But why? But you're obviously a milk connoisseur. So why don't you drink almond?
Well, I'll move on to the wines, please. If that's is that next? Is that next?
That's
Well,
the
no,
next.
I just like. I mean, I have semi-skimmed milk usually with tea, coffee, with cereal or whatever. So, but you can just taste. There are different just tastes. So full fat just tastes fuller, and then there was just a slight tang to the almond one. Yes, there was just something not quite right about that. It tasted quite off actually.
Well,
and then the oats was just very oaty.
Yeah, it does taste a bit off almond. Because I've had almond milk and I remember thinking, oh, and actually that's just the natural taste of it. OK, should we stop calling them milk? That's the question. Annette is in Derbyshire. Firstly, well done to Charlie, eh, Annette?
Hello.
Hello. Do you drink oat milk or do you drink the normal?
Yes, I make my own oat milk, actually. It's very quick and cheap and easy to make.
Tell me then, I know farmers want us to call it oat juice. Do you stamp on oats? How do you create it?
Well, from when I've looked at a dictionary meaning of milk, it doesn't just come from an animal, it's from plants as well. It's a substance that comes from a plant or animal.
Yeah, well, it may be somebody's wrong. We've got to consider that. So you would call it oat milk, would you?
Yeah, because the point I wanted to make is that dairy is actually quite cruel. It's very cruel when you look at the calves that are being killed, and the whole system of the dairy industry is actually quite cruel.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to make that point, really.
Yeah, I suppose the defence would be that the cow wouldn't be alive were it not for our need for its milk
Exactly.
and its meat.
Yeah.
It's not
And
very...
the substances that are the estrogen that's in the milk or the other hormones that's in milk is not actually good for humans either.
Charlie,
really,
you thinking of drifting towards oat?
Absolutely not.
Well,
I quite like my milk. I like
Okay.
I like how it tastes. Oat milk, it just doesn't do it for me.
Thanks, Annette. Judith in North Yorkshire, hi.
Hello there.
Should we stop calling it oat milk and call it oat juice?
No, we've called coconut milk since time immemorial.
True.
Would that have to be renamed as well?
Yes.
I think everybody knows that these aren't dairy products. But as your colleague said, we know what they're used for. So if we're happy with coconut milk, I think we should be happy with oat milk or
Brilliant.
rice milk
That's a
or
brilliant
anything else.
bit of logic there. Thank you, Judith. After the break...